Let's see here. So we actually had Bethel3D. Yeah, they're in. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm looking at bracket right now. Isn't this winter semis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is.
Semis.
Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, so they both still on top. They've been making a really good run so far. And to be honest, I think I've seen both of these players like play recently, but I haven't seen them gone like head to head yet. So
yeah, we saw both of them on stream earlier today, and to see if they've been able to keep up the momentums that both of them had in the games that they were playing.
Right, we're gonna have to see how that pans out here, but we already have Bethel3D pulling out a very good string to get CURP all the way up to 67% right out the gate here. But I mean, playing Falcon, which is very good at racking up damage very quickly with aerial strings and what have you. And I feel like CURP is already on his way from what it looks like. Tying this up here.
Yeah. I also think that in this situation, Toon does have a certain amount of advantage because Falcon he's a character that has to approach.
Yeah,
like,
definitely does need to get in.
He can't do what he wants to do without getting that initial hit, and he doesn't have any projectiles to do that for him. So he has to use one of his burst options to figure out how to get himself to that position.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But a little bit of a...
Go ahead.
A little bit of a mistake on that recovery from Bethel3D, allowing himself to get spiked.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I mean, doesn't have really too much work to make up for. He does have a couple of good KO options up his sleeve here, and I feel like just one good up here, for instance, a good example there. Bethel is going to tie up the game with only a 39% deficit. Definitely doable so far.
Yeah, and based on how Bethel3D plays, he really favors just kind of trying to avoid engaging for as long as possible, building up a little bit of chip damage before he can get in with the combos that he needs to win.
That's absolutely correct here. Now we have a forward throw, putting CURP off stage. No boomerang hit like he had probably intended there, as he's able to get back on the stage here, and we got our neutral reset.
CURP's doing a really good job right now of just kind of being very patient, not approaching when it's not optimal, waiting for the options to run out for Bethel3D before he engages.
That's right, and I mean, now we got our couple Zares coming out. Definitely, Bethel's trying to play this very carefully so that CURP doesn't come in with a powerful option and close out the stock, like Falcon is definitely capable of doing here. One up air could get that started, and we're maybe about to see it. Not just yet, though.
No. Some standard zoning from Bethel3D right now.
Yeah, standard issues.
Just waiting for his opportunity.
You're right. Standard issue zoning going on here. CURP kind of struggling to get that momentum that he needs to close out this stock at such a high percent for such a light character. But I feel like that's just attributed to Bethel's very safe gameplay right now. Tying up the game even further with an up smash.
Yeah, not letting that percent lead early on in this stock get to him at all. Now it's only a 20% difference in both of these characters, well within their respective kill percents.
And yeah, CURP coming out with some bold moves with up B and down B to name a couple examples. And yeah, got a little bit too punishable there, and Bethel's closing out stock number 2 here.
Not seeing a lot of up smash coming up from CURP right now.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think we saw a lot of up smash in the previous set either.
No, even though that move's got some insane properties to it.
That might end up being the equivalent of like Yomadaku's down air, which is basically didn't happen at all for the first set.
Use it as the use it as a kind of a backup tool. Use everything else you have in these situations.
But a gentleman's
gonna take that stock.
Yeah, that was smart stuff.
Yep. Everything's seeming to come together for Bethel3D right now. All of his zoner plans panning out.
Yeah, all of his zoning, and to be honest, it feels like a little bit of a zoning, but slowly transitioning into a little bit more of an aggro play as he's finding himself pretty up good on percent, but still got to be careful with a character like Captain Falcon.
71% is not safe from Falcon's kill, just kind of burst killing options.
Ooh.
But a bomb fair gonna be able to take that.
There it is. The Toon Link Hood Classic is coming out in full force with a bomb forwarder.
Yep. Combo. Now, you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but when you see a lot of zoning from Bethel3D, he starts to try to transition that into kind of some putting himself in a position to do more like CQC or like a hit with his aerials and tilts, and I think that that's kind of more pure zoning rather than camping. I think that that's a good distinction to be made. Is like,
yeah, no, I feel like that's an important distinction to be made. You're right on that.
yeah, he uses all of the zoning options to put him in a better position, and not just to camp.
Right.
Well,
and you know what?
He does camp at points.
Yeah, he does. But you know, before we get too far into this match, I just want to point out he is doing this on purpose. He's changing his colors every time the scoreboard changes.
Yeah. I don't know if that's based on the scoreboard change, but he does change his alts a lot.
He does, but like it's like it's always just fun to figure out what the reasoning is for. It's never just like random, you know what I mean?
I've talked to him a little bit. There's a little bit of color theory that gets involved in it.
Really?
It depends. Some of them are dependent upon stage picks. Like, oh yeah, on FD, the dark Toon Link alt is just hard to see.
I'll have to talk to him about that because that sounds like an interesting conversation to have. But so far we got an interesting character pick coming out of Krupp. And it seems to be paying off as we get an upbeat catch off stage. And we have Krupp's advantage state coming out kind of good so far. I mean, you got to have a character that's going to live a little longer. But yeah, a good catch like that is going to tie it right back up.
Yeah, Toon Link just finding his kill option being his most consistent one being fair. Normally comboed into, but this time just kind of finding a stray one, catching Ganondorf jumping.
It's definitely true. Ooh, we got our Nair string piling on
Those
up to
Nairs hit
46%.
so good.
Yeah, really good hits in there. And we're back to neutral for the most part here. Let's see what comes out next.
If Krupp can manage to stay off of the ledge, he's putting himself in a much better position than he was last game. Every single interaction he wins just ends up doing more percent than it did with Falcon.
Shoot, yeah, you're
Ganon's
right.
kill power is insane.
Nah, you're definitely right on that. And I mean, despite that, though, we do still have Krupp with the stock advantage right now. I don't know. Maybe Bethel's been kind of like conditioned into the Falcon matchup and is just getting hit by stuff he doesn't expect. But I feel like Bethel knows how to play against both characters. You know, Bethel's a very seasoned competitor.
We'll start to see Ganon's faults come in probably a little bit more as Bethel is able to pressure him on that ledge a little bit more. But it seems like all of the options that CURP's going for just seem to be working out. Yeah,
that is definitely true. But I mean, I still feel like a comeback is on the table here as we're getting those percents way up there for Krupp, even for heavy right now.
We had a little bit of a bomb trading coming out from both of these players.
Oh! Yep. But a solid back here. It's closing out game 2. And this time it's on Krupp's end.
Just kind of being able to weave his way through those projectiles and hitboxes. Bethel3D was going out with the relatively limited options that Ganon has. Pretty kind of just shows how well Krupp can manage his spacing with this character.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I mean, it's definitely true because I mean, like they're not Echo fighters, but they do hit pretty similar. It's like a Mario Dr. Mario type of situation here.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Mario and Falcon are just basically faster versions of their counterparts.
It's true.
But Falcon in this game having
go ahead.
A little bit more to differentiate with some sword smash attacks. They fit so well though.
They do fit so well, and I mean it just looks like you mentioned there. Ganon seems to be the pick right now, slow and steady. Seems to be winning the race here as we got it tied up, and so far things are looking a lot more in Bethel's favor. But I mean I still feel like Krupp still definitely has a good grip on that momentum that he had in the previous game.
Yeah. See Krupp spending a lot more time in shield, just being patient. But Bethel recognizing that and just kind of like being content to poke away at that shield with every projectile.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what you start to see.
That's kind of what you start to see, but we're also starting to see Bethel with a really good lead, only 40% on the first stock, and no signs of slowing down for Krupp or anyone.
I think in that last game he just chose to try to hold forward on Ganon, getting hit by all of his hitboxes, not putting himself in a better position. You see a lot more patient game style right now.
Yeah, a lot more patient. And I mean, especially against a character like Ganondorf, you don't want to overextend your combos because, you know, it might be a slow character, but some of those arrows come out a little bit faster than you might expect, like Nair, for instance.
Yeah.
And those Nairs, like you saw earlier in the previous game, can definitely rack up percentage super duper quick. So the last thing you want to do is be in that advantage state and then overextend, you get caught in a Nair string.
And right up towards the end, they start having the power to kill. It's scary.
That's the really scary part about that too, is that same move can close out your stock. Oh, and the first wizard foot that we've seen all tonight is closing out this stock here, but with a huge percent deficit nonetheless.
Ooh, barely missing out on that fair bomb fair combo. A little bit of I think a DI mix-up that CURP was managed to pull off.
Just shy of making that there, looks like.
But as we see Ganondorf having the capabilities of just swinging a game in his favor almost instantly, this is relatively even.
For the most part, it's pretty even, but now we've got our stock lead again here on Bethel's side.
Yep.
Just like that.
And that call-out up smash kind of putting CURP in a bad situation.
Yeah, bad, but honestly, I'm looking at it now, bad but kind of doable.
Still, yeah, of course.
It's disadvantaged, but it's not unwinnable.
Especially with the kind of gameplay we've seen, especially from last game. That last game showed the full capabilities of what Ganondorf can do when handed the right amount of tools that CURP seems to be giving him.
Yeah, and don't forget, players such as CURP and the CURP brothers alike, they definitely are some of the most notable in the state, and it's for good reason. And it's likely due to them being able to make comebacks like what we might be seeing here soon.
I didn't remember that this was a best of 5 at the moment.
This is best of 5.
Even if he does end up losing this, has another game to make adjustments and keep moving on, and hopefully get himself.
It's true, and you know,
a better situation.
Yeah, I was like, just like you were saying just then, we're about to see what the game plan might be for CURP here very soon. Won't have to wait long.
Seems like Bethel found his game plan, which was waiting until CURP ended up making a mistake, because just patiently hitting that shield, waiting for the chance to arise for him to, you know, just get his hits going.
A lot more patience that time around, but it looks like on the other hand, we got CURP who's trying to pick up the pace a little bit as we switch back over to Falcon.
Yep. Hey, good song.
Banger. Certified.
So CURP will actually be able to get in a lot more quickly. Maybe that mix-up of pace might be what it takes for him to take this game 4 against Bethel3D. But right now, doesn't really seem to be facing Bethel at the moment.
Yeah, not at the moment here from what it looks like, but we got our up tilt and the up air streams coming out in full force here, and it's definitely picking up on that percent, but oof, yeah, that was a
scary situation for Bethel, almost hitting that confirm into knee with that really fast falling up air.
Yeah, and at 51, I very much think that would have been curtains. Okay, we got our down air, no up air. Oh, I have a little bit of up air. Oh, our first up smash, but no hit.
Like, Bethel's being very aware of...
A footstool! What the heck?
No bomb.
No bomb.
But a great footstool, taking that stock.
And in a crazy twist from the previous game, we got no advantage state for Bethel right now for the first time in a good hot minute.
I was sitting there thinking, like, man, he's going real low. What's his plan here?
Right? Yeah.
I also think he burned his jump beforehand, so who was expecting a footstool?
Yeah, to be honest, I was not. And I don't think Bethel was either, because, dang, that was some classy stuff back there.
Yeah, but a really good reaction to that a little bit awkward bomb fair from Bethel.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to reset where he is right now.
That up B, if it would have connected, would have been a big hit there, but not quite going to make its mark. We still have Bethel, who's definitely playing a lot more defensive than the past couple of exchanges here. We find himself at very high percentage here. Oop! Still 2 stars.
CURP now does have all of the platforms and benefits that Battlefield gives you, able to weave his way around all of these projectiles a whole lot more than we saw on PS2.
That's true, and I mean, now we got our CURP coming back up on stage, bringing Bethel all the way over to the other side. No up B like he had planned once again. We're going to get instead a punish on down air. And back to ledge. Wow, okay, Bethel's getting a little bit creative with the ledge here. I like that. Pushing that advantage state, and we now have things somewhat in his favor here, despite the percent disadvantage.
A lot of different options coming out from Bethel3D, trying to figure out the best way he can get back to stage in a better position for him.
And he's going to have to find a way to get back from the stock disadvantage as a solid platform back air. He's going to close out stock number 2, and CURP is just barely hanging on to the lead.
Very nearly taking it.
You're right, barely hanging on to this lead here. Got him back at ledge, and a forward air. Bombo combo. Coming out
combo. One of Toon Link's most consistent options at every point in time.
At
But
literally any point, yeah, you're right.
getting a ridiculous string happening at the moment.
I feel like the knockback on it is not fixed, but like it's like so, like, I don't know. It doesn't vary a lot by percent. I almost want to say it is fixed, but I know it's not. Oh, we went for a very low up B off stage. That would have been something else.
He went for the footstool again. I heard it come out, but
You did?
yeah. But it happened as the up B started, so there was no momentum cancel.
Or like, not even like a phantom footstool even. I'm surprised by that.
I think it was a phantom footstool, but the up B just ate.
Pause! Wait, what? Oh! Oh my god! 2 up airs! And that's our game 5 that we got now in motion, man. What the heck? That was smooth.
That was sick. That really was.
Dang.
Now, I saw that first one hitting, and it sparked. I was like, oh, no way that one kills. Up air doesn't have that much knockback, but that second one,
Dang.
super high up into the blast zone, catching the bomb pull from Bethel3D.
That was sick. That's really all I can say on that, man. That is one way to bring this in a game 5.
Yeah, but now Bethel3D with his stage counter pick, with Captain Falcon no longer with all of those platforms to weave his way around.
Yeah, Bethel saw that once and say, no more of that.
Got that Brawl training room music.
You gotta respect it.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. I almost expect the game to buffer every time I hear the song, but you know, go up. I'm just waiting for it to just like lag and someone to disconnect. We got our advantage state here coming in for Corrupt. Nothing super duper crazy from what we've seen throughout the set. I mean, we've seen Bethel make this back on more than one occasion within this set alone.
Oh yeah, but Corrupt's fighting so much pressure right now.
Yeah, so much pressure, especially with that up B connecting there. Oh, and a back air, no less. It's closing out stock number 1 and with a huge percent lead, probably the biggest that we've seen so far in this set. Corrupt is definitely coming out full force on this first stock here for game 5.
I think we'll start to see Bethel switch over to that more zoning playstyle. Seems to be working out for him. Only 13% on him, while Krupp is sitting there at 100%.
Yeah, so far,
but able to get a combo started.
Okay, we're going to be siding on the ledge here. No up air hit. Instead, we're going to get a forward tilt punish on Krupp's end.
Yeah. The up smash barely missing out. Good tech from Krupp.
Yeah, great stuff from Krupp so far. And if you notice, like, hey, wait a minute, the commentator isn't mentioning Krupp a lot. He's doing the most right now. My man's putting in work this
a little
game.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. This stage kind of thing doesn't seem to be surmounting too much. Like Bethel probably thought, like Krupp's is doing it.
No, yeah, Krupp is, even without those platforms, finding his way around all of the projectiles that Toon is throwing out at the moment. But a good up smash, reading that fast fall.
Yeah, good.
Now, this is not
fastball
undoable, as we've seen earlier before. Bethel3D can add up a lot of percent very fast, but not getting the spike hitbox.
Oh my gosh, okay.
I think ever since that footstool, it's kind of just been Krupp's game.
It kind of just has been, yeah. Kind of just been running it. Oh, okay, we got our up tilt back here. But still trying to keep it consistent.
Catching that bomb pull.
We got our down air. No back air like he had probably intended. We got our ledge situation here. Krupp's going to jump back on stage. Going to get punished with what ended up in an up air. We got our last stock situation. Again, very difficult.
This is doable for Bethel3D, but
doable,
it's going to take some work.
Oh, and his own bomb gets punished with a back air.
Being able to react to that double roll bomb. Not sure what Bethel was thinking about with that double roll, but it worked out in Krupp's favor, and he managed to be able to take that game 5. Very well earned.
Yeah, impeccable awareness on Krupp there to close out that last stock. That was really good.